Follow along as I build this outdoor shower. I think you're really going to like it. Do you want to have some fun? Follow along with me as I replicate this 1920s bracket. This is something I bought years ago. Look at the detail on that. I bought it from a salvage yard, and it hangs on our wall with obviously that part there against the wall. So the first thing I had to do was create this, what I call the backbone of it right here. This actually holds all of the framework together and allows me to trim this out with all this ornamental stuff up front. Okay, I have somewhat disassembled the back part of this, and what I realized is that this piece of wood is pretty darn substantial. So the backbone of this is going to be this piece of wood, this curved piece of wood right here. So this is about 3.5. Pretty good work with that pencil, right? And this is about 8 inches. So I figured I needed about a 4x8, and I happen to have a whole bunch of reclaimed boat docking that is actually 4x8, and I'll get ready to shape it, and it's getting fun. Stay tuned. So we have an awesome afternoon sun shower here in Central Florida, and this piece of reclaimed boat dock that I have here turned out to be a lot more substantial than I thought. Look at that. It's actually the center of the tree, which is considered a heart pine. So I have the bracket laying on top of the 4x8, and so I'm going to trace the inside there, and I'm going to cut it out with this brand new jigsaw that I just bought for Dawn. Haha. Stuff. You cut it, and it's like pristine heart pine. That's why you don't throw this stuff away. Keep it if you can, and make some stuff out of it. But here it is. It's a 4x8 piece, and this took a lot more work than I thought. My hat's off to those old school craftsmen. So I got a lot of sanding to do, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. That's how it's gonna look, just like that. Stay tuned for more. I think you're gonna find this very interesting. So for this little radius right here, I got a belt sander, and I take the belt sander and I just dip it right down into that little groove. When you do create something unique like this, create a template, label it, throw it on your shelf, and have it for later, or have it for somebody else way down the line to trace so that your legacy can be passed on. It's pretty cool. You can start to see how this bracket's taking shape, and all I did was put a couple of pieces of 1x across the top and down the side. In honor of the original artisan, I traced the pattern of the vine on the side of this Victorian style bracket with some paper, and I duplicated it over here onto these pieces of wood, and these pieces of wood are going to run at an angle. So I traced it on there, and I'm cutting it out with the jigsaw now. Just did a lot of jigsaw work, as you can see, but I think it turned out pretty good. Fun project. I've got one side all done there. Still got to sand it. And what I always do when I build something is I write on the inside of it. Just a little something so people 100 years from now can find it and hopefully find it interesting. For those of you that might be considering building one of these, make sure you screw that piece of plywood there to the back side of those 1x4s. Secure the 1x4s to the backbone, and then secure the plywood to the 1x4s.
That's a big deal.
That's my granddaughter Lacey. The back was off when I bought it from the antique dealership. I built this one, and I actually put both sides on. Then I took a 10-foot 4x4, I wrapped it with 6x6s. I took the bracket, I put it about 6 inches from the top of the post, and I'm going to anchor it down using these timber screws right here. The plumbing is going to run across the top of the bracket, so I drilled about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch hole to accommodate the shower head pipe. Dig about a 2-foot hole and put it up straight and plumb. So after cutting the metal to length, I put it on top of the bracket, and that should protect it for a long time from any rain damage. Also, I put the cap there on top of the post. It's going to match all of the caps on these posts. Eventually. All done under the watchful eye of this guy. If you like these kind of videos, please subscribe to Tom Stroop YouTube channel. See you next time.